Hi everyone, welcome to S&S Bioinfo. Today's topic is linkage and recombination. Linkage and recombination. First of all, I am going to talk about linkage. Linkage is the physical association of genes on the chromosome. Now let's consider a chromosome. Suppose this is a chromosome with the genes A, B, C, D. These genes are arranged in a linear fashion in the specific spots called gene loci. Genes in the gene loci. Okay, then there's a chromosome with the gene. So there is a relationship, a physical association with these genes in the same chromosome. That is called the linkage. Physical association of genes. Physical association of genes. The idea was first suggested by Sutton and Boveri. We have already learned about the chromosomal theory of inheritance proposed by Sutton and Boveri. According to them, the genes are located in the specific loci in the chromosome. Both chromosomes and gene occur in pairs. Both segregate each other during the time of meiosis and they segregate independently during the cell division. So these are the certain points in the theory of Sutton and Boveri. They proposed the idea of linkage. But the idea was experimentally proved by another scientist named Thomas Hunt Morgan. Thomas Hunt Morgan or T.H. Morgan in 1910. Following Sutton and Boveri's chromosomal theory of inheritance, T.H. Morgan and his colleagues carried out several dihybrid crosses on common fruit fly or Drosophila melanogaster. These experiments were similar to that of the dihybrid crosses of Gregor Mendel. The experimental material of T.H. Morgan was common fruit fly or Drosophila melanogaster. Fruit fly. Its scientific name is Drosophila melanogaster. He carried out several dihybrid crosses with a common fruit fly or Drosophila melanogaster. Then he got the same result in the case of F1, but the result of F2 was deviated from the Mendelian dihybrid ratio. Then he could observe certain kinds of genes present in the chromosome. Those are linked genes and unlinked genes. Those were observed by T.H. Morgan during his experiments. Let's learn about what are linked genes and unlinked genes. First of all, linked genes. Linked genes. So look at the same chromosome. Here you can see the gene A and B. Those are closely located genes on the same chromosome. Such type of genes are known as linked genes. Linked genes always stay together. They do not show crossing over. That means they do not undergo independent assortment during cell division. So they always stay together. So such genes are closely located. They are known as linked genes. Here the genes A, B are linked genes. The second one, unlinked genes. Unlinked genes. Here again you look at the diagram. The gene A and D are distantly located on the same chromosome. The gene A and D are known as unlinked genes. Unlinked genes are not only present on the same chromosome but also on another chromosomes. So the unrelated genes or unlinked genes. So here A and D are unlinked genes. So here there is more chance of crossing over or that means a formation of recombinant type. Instead of the alleles or genes show independent assortment, so that more recombinant or varieties will be formed or result in the progeny. So there's a difference between linked genes and unlinked genes. The linked genes are closely located genes. They do not show crossing over, so do not create much variation. The parental trait will be retained in the progeny. In the case of unlinked genes are the genes that are distantly located on the same chromosome or on the different chromosome. They show crossing over or they undergo independent assortment, and they show recombination. That means they may form new varieties, non-parental types in the progenies. Next, let's understand how linkage and crossing over is associated. Linkage and crossing over. Crossing over is the exchange of genetic material between the non-sister chromatid of the homologous chromosomes. Let's consider one pair of homologous chromosomes. One chromosome, the next chromosome, paternal and maternal chromosome. Suppose these are the genes A, B, C, D, 4 dominant genes here. Here 4 recessive genes. A, B, C, D here. So here there is a chance of that crossing over, exchange of the non-sister chromatids. These two are the non-sister chromatids. If it happens, if pairing happens, it can be shown like this. The paternal chromosome A, B, C, D, A, B, then if it happens C, then D. So crossing over occurs like this. So what would be the result? What would be the result? One chromosome with the dominant alleles A, B, then small c, then small d, 2 recessive allele. The next that chromosome with the small a, b, then capital C and D. So the genetic materials exchange in exchange of the genes between the non-sister chromatids of the homologous pair of chromosomes. That is called crossing over. Crossing over can be occurred in different points on the homologous chromosomes, different locations, one or more than one. Many times of crossing over, many types of crossing over can be seen in between the homologous chromosome. It creates recombination, recombinant varieties in the gametes. That the different set of alleles can be found in the gametes, so that it would create recombinant varieties of different traits in the progeny. The chances of crossing over would be more or less, which is depending upon the location of genes on the chromosome. Let's consider different situations. Suppose one chromosome with two genes A and B, another chromosome here A, that with one gene A, and here there is a chance of crossing over with this B. Say crossing over. If it that means as it is distantly located, so these are unlinked genes. These are unlinked genes. Unlinked genes show more crossing over, more chances of crossing over. They will be separated out. That means during the crossing over, that means there is more chances to get separated. So that what would happen? So exchange of genes would happen here in the case of unlinked genes. Let's consider another situation. So next chromosome with the genes are located here A and B. That means less distance in between the genes. Here there is less chance of crossing over. Less chance. If crossing over occur at particular place only, there is a chance of getting separated the A from B. So that means there is less distance in between the A and B. So in the case of the third one, if the genes are located like this, very closely linked, so always they stay together, that crossing over must take place at a particular point, then only they will be separated. Otherwise it would never happen, that they will always stay together. These types of genes are linked genes. Linked genes. So no crossing over or very less, that means zero crossing over or very less crossing over, very less. The chance is very less. Here, what is the case here? That more chances, more crossing over. More crossing over, so more recombinant varieties will be produced. The recombinant forms or non-parental types. Non-parental types would produce in this particular case, but here only the parental trait will be retained in the successive generation. So this is the association between the linkage or linked genes and the crossing over. Based on the nature of genes, the linkage is of two types. Linkage is of two types. They are complete linkage and complete linkage and incomplete linkage. Incomplete linkage. Complete linkage is shown by or exhibited by linked genes. Linked genes. While incomplete linkage is exhibited by unlinked genes. Unlinked genes. Linked genes produce the parental type. While unlinked genes produce non-parental or recombinant type. Recombinant. Then what is recombination? The process of producing non-parental types because of more number of crossing overs in the homologous chromosomes. That would create variations in the traits. That is called the non-parental types or recombination. That process is called recombination. The next is linkage group. Linkage group. Linkage group is the total number of chromosome in one set. That means n number of chromosome. Number of chromosomes in one set. That is n number of chromosome. We all know that human beings have 23 pairs of chromosomes. We are diploid organism. So 2n set of chromosome is 23 pairs in human beings. So that n is 23. So here n is 23. This is the linkage group of human beings. In the case of Drosophila melanogaster, it has 4 pairs of chromosome. 4 pairs. That is a n number, 2n number in Drosophila. So the n number is 4. So that is the meaning of a linkage group. Do you know why he selected Drosophila or fruit fly for his experiments? Because they could be grown on the synthetic medium in the laboratory. They complete their life cycle within 2 weeks. A single mating could produce a large number of progenies with wide varieties, means various traits. The male and female fruit flies were easily distinguishable. Females are larger than the males, so it was easy to identify them as male and female. Because of these reasons, he selected Drosophila for his experiments. Now, let's understand how T.H. Morgan and his colleagues carried out dihybrid crosses on Drosophila melanogaster or fruit fly. The result of his experiments not only gave the experimental proof for the chromosomal theory of inheritance of Seton and Bovary, but also led for proposing new concepts like linkage and recombination. Now let us look at the dihybrid crosses made by T.H. Morgan. Here you can see 2 crosses, cross A and cross B. T.H. Morgan studied about the sex-linked genes. When he studied about the linked genes and unlinked genes, he could observe certain kind of linked genes and unlinked genes present in the X chromosome or sex chromosome of the Drosophila. Drosophila, the male Drosophila has XY pattern of sex chromosome and the female Drosophila has XX pattern of sex chromosome. XX in female, XY in male. This is the sex chromosome pattern in the Drosophila or fruit fly. Here you can see that two parents are crossed. Here the first parent is female with yellow body and white eye. Here for denoting the X chromosome I have used two rod shaped structures, chromosomes, XX chromosomes. Here with the blue I represented that I have represented the XY chromosome. This is X chromosome, this is Y. For representing the Y I have used a specific symbol for the chromosome. Genes are present in the chromosomes only in the X chromosome. The Y chromosome lack the gene, so that I haven't labeled the genes here. So yellow body, white eye is the female, grey body and red eye is the male one. This is the wild type. Here you can see Y and W. These are recessive genes or recessive allele that controls the yellow body color and the white eye color. Here you can see Y plus and W plus. The superscript plus sign indicates the dominant allele. Here these two are dominant alleles, so that the grey body is dominant over the yellow body, red eye is dominant over the white eye. So this is wild type. That means wild type is dominant over the mutant type. This is called a mutant type. Mutant. Here after crossing with these two, female and male, the result of F1 generation was like this. So that sex was exchanged, that means intercrossed, exchanged. That means a female with a wild type. That means here you can see one X chromosome with the two recessive gene and another X chromosome that is from the male, that Y plus and W plus. So that what happens here, that a dominant allele expresses straight, so that the female is wild type. Here what happened, in the case of male, only small two recessive alleles appeared in the present in the X chromosome, so that the recessive character appeared in the male, that is yellow body with a white eye. Here in the F2 generation, after intercrossing the F1 generation, he got the result in the F2 generation. So in the F2 generation, he could observe both wild type and yellow bodied, yellow white type. Wild type means a grey body with red eye, and the mutant type yellow body with white. In both cases, both male and female fruit flies. So here he could observe 98.7% parental type, very less percent recombinant type, that is 1.3% recombinant type. Then he could understand that this is because of the location of the genes in the particular chromosome. Here the genes are tightly linked, so these are closely located. These linked genes are linked genes always stay together and they do not undergo crossing over. That means less chance of crossing over. Sometimes the crossing over may happen, but most of the time crossing over will not occur, so that less chances of the formation of recombinant. That's why here less number of recombinant type in the first case. So let's move to the next cross, cross B. Here the female here he crossed two Drosophila with the two different traits. White eye, miniature wing. White eye, miniature wing is a recessive character. White eye color, the miniature type of wing. Here the male with the red eye and normal wing. So here it is the dominant one. W plus and M plus represent the dominant alleles. These two are recessive alleles. Here after the crossing the F1 generation, that same as that of this cross, the female with that wild type. That means here W plus and M plus dominated. Here it is wild type. Here the male with the normal white eye, miniature white, miniature wing, miniature wing. So that was the result of F1 generation. When F1 progenies were the crossbred, he got the F2 result. He got both parallel type and recombinant type. So parallel types are white eye miniature wing and red eye with the normal wing. So the recombinant type are white eye with the normal wing, red eye with the miniature wings. So the more number of recombinant varieties could be observed in the F2 generation. Here you can see parallel generation, parallel traits will be where that was 62.8%. The recombinant variety percentage was 37.2. Here you compare this percentage, here only 1.3%, here 37.2%. Why it happened? Because of the location of the genes in that particular X chromosome. Here these two are linked genes. The genes that control the body color and the eye color are linked gene. So they show less crossing over, so less number of recombinant. Here the genes that control the eye color and the type of wing are distantly located genes. They are unlinked gene. They showed more crossing over, so that it resulted in more percentage of recombinant varieties in the F2 generation. Thus he compared both crosses and studied about the linked genes and the unlinked genes.